Yo guys, what is up? It is Teacher's Game 2 coming at you again with another video here, and I am here right now to show you how to build one of the most inconspicuous things in all of ARK that people do not use enough. And that's what I'm standing on right now. One, protected beds. You need to use those so you don't lose your beds really easily. And two, submarines. Now, a lot of people are like, wait, what's the value of this? Why would you use this? Let me show you what the value is. And a lot of people misunderstand this for something that isn't valuable, but it really is. If you are raiding somebody, think about it this way. You're looking to get loot. You're not raiding somebody and going to waste your own resources just because, right? Yeah, I agree. I would not do that myself, so why would somebody else do that either? I can park this submarine, sorry, a little bit sick still right now, underneath the mesh, just like this, and nobody is going to be able to get anything from it or even know that it's there. So you are protecting your loot by literally making it look like all you have is a raft. So let's show you how to do this. Now, pretty easy. This is a pretty crappy one. I just made this so you can see that, it's a style, just basically as an example. So let's go ahead and show you how to make a really neat one of these. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my bag here. Boom. Because this is what we're really looking for. Grab ourselves a raft. You can use a motorboat. You can use whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. You're not going to let me place this thing right now, huh, game? Please. 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 Why can't I place the raft? I don't understand. Why don't you let me place you? Do I have to go closer to shore? That's kind of dumb if that's the case. But oh well. I've never had this issue before. Let's try this. Yep, had to be on shore. Lovely. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go a little bit away from shore, and that way you can actually place things underneath. You're going to go ahead and take this guy. You're not going to unclaim him. Hide the sail right away because it leaves you a nice little hole right here. And then this hole is where we're going to start everything. So, again, I apologize if I cough a little bit. I'm still a little bit sick. Allergy season for me, which is a pain in the butt. We're going to start off with a metal pillar, some foundations, and some ceilings. You do not need as many as I have. I just have those many, I guess this many, because I have them. That's really the best description. Now, first and foremost, what you're going to do, get in your raft, place your pillar down right over the top of where that sail is supposed to go. And we're going to sink ourselves, the foundation, down to quite a bit lower, so that way people can't attack or do anything to your boat from underneath. That's what we're trying to do. You'll notice it drops just a little bit down, and that's our goal. So we're going to do this. Oops, pick that guy up. Come on, sink, sink. There it goes. That works. And that's how far we want to go down. I think that was 4 down, and 4 works just fine. Now what we're going to do, a little bit different than what I usually do. We're going to pick this guy up right here too. So, in this section right here, we're going to place a ceiling and a ceiling. And then you're going to go another ceiling out. And there is a reason behind this. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. And the reason what we're doing this is you are going to end up placing walls right over here. Now, with these walls, come on, let me go over. Oh, I even made the jump. Nice. So, you have to go one ceiling out. Now, basically you can demolish this in a second, but in order to place a wall directly underneath this, we have to go one extra ceiling out. Now, I can immediately pick this right back up, which is nice, but you have to go at least one ceiling out. Now, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to place my other wall, just like this, and then I'm going to demolish this guy. Now, we want people to think this is basically nothing. We want this to just exist in somebody's radar. Now we're also going to place some foundations right there, so that way we're covering more of the boat. Just like that, and now this is what makes it better for me. I like switching everything to block mode, mostly for an OCD purpose, but still. It helps me figure out where I am, but you see, it looks a lot prettier that way. Now, it also makes it look, to me, it makes it look like you're hiding more things, which is nice. Now we are almost done. Get this last one to block mode. And the submarine, submarine. Wow, I can't speak English. You're going to go a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And you have to go 4 down so you can put this ceiling right here, because you cannot lock a ceiling down on the bottom of a wall. So we'll pick this guy right back up. Ceiling stays. And you can make this little pad down here as big as you would like it to be. It's entirely up to you. Now, you'll notice the wall right there connected. And we have that wall. Boom. Boom. Now, I usually put it on 2 sides just in case someone blows up half of this. They don't get the other half and everything's still kind of safe underneath, which is what we're going for. Maximum hidiness. Put this last guy in block mode. You've got yourself your nice little ceiling up above. And you've got everything you need conveniently located right here. Now, you can do a lot with this. You can only place 88 things down here, so it's entirely up to you. You can make yourself a nice little box, so that way when you're moving around in the water, you don't have any worries, but it's up to you, obviously. Now, I usually do something like this, so I've got like a little mini room, and then I've got this on the back side. Now, what you're going to do next is also something, I'm going to build this right here just so I can get across for right now. Now, we've got the part of our submarine that we need. You cannot place anything that runs off gas underneath. I usually don't at all, just for the purpose that I don't want people to know that I'm down there. That's the big reason. So, now what we're going to do, you can place a bed right here, and then when you place that bed, you'll place this right over the top side of it, and that's how that works. Actually, let me put a bed in here right now for you. Alright, so we are back here. Take this bed. See how it sits right there nicely? Now, all you have to do to protect this bed, boom. Now, you cannot hit this bed. The only thing that can destroy this bed is a direct C4 blast right in the middle of this. Otherwise, it is a well-protected, unbreakable bed. So, kind of unrateable. Now, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this guy too, because we don't want people to know that anything could be underneath this. And, boom. Secretly underneath, we have ourselves our own little world. Now, you can do a lot of things underneath this. I usually take a couple of these guys here, just because I want a bunch of them in a row. And I'll have this right here. Da-da-da. And then you take some smithies, because these actually store as extra, so you don't even need a storage box, because these actually store 75, whereas a storage box does not store enough. Now that's just, you know, this right here. Oh boy. And it's stuck. Okay, come on. You're not going to do that for me? Fine, whatever. But just to show you can place yourself down some storage boxes and place whatever you need inside of them. You can also build inside of these smithies, which is really neat as well. You can place this down here, but it will not work because obviously you need to light a fire. If you cannot light a fire, you cannot actually get this thing to work. So we're going to pick that guy up. So you've got your nice little storage box, you've got the ability to use smithies, you've got the ability to use mortar and pestles, which is nice, and you've got yourself some large storage boxes. You can place whatever you need down in here. If you really want to make yourself a little bit more solid down here, just do that, and you've got yourself a little bit of a protection. But this is how you build a submarine, and it can be customized however you want. You can go further down in just by placing more pillars or more walls that go down and in. It's entirely up to you. You can have multiple layers, whatever you need to have on this thing. Now just to show you, I usually take these guys just like this and I place them along the top. So it looks like this is just a boat where I do my smithing out of, and people usually destroy these things, but they're not actually going to destroy the boat because it's going to require them to use C4, and people are typically not going to do that. Conveniently, this can also cover up the little lip from the wall, as you can see right there, so that way people can't tell that it's down there, and that helps a lot. So you can see I can just make this thing just a giant metal forge, and then underneath store my important stuff, which is kind of opportune because you can also place a tech Jenny down underneath this layer and store things on it, which is pretty unique actually. So this is how you build a submarine, and hopefully you enjoyed this because it's a great way to store things. You just park it right over there and nobody can access anything. Now, just to show you the storing things works down here, place whatever you want in there and you are good to go. Alright, so hopefully this video helps you out, and other than that, Teaches Game 2 with a submarine build. Ow.